I should have labeled the stream convoy attacks because that's all we've done. All right, what do we got? The power of dreadnoughts. Try to destroy 2 powerful dreadnoughts with old battleships. Ugh. Can't we have the more modern technology for once? I guess we did with the battle cruiser, so I shouldn't complain there. The enemy dreadnoughts possess powerful guns and strong armor. We try to defeat them by having a fleet of more numerous pre-dreadnoughts. We can choose between 3 pre-dreadnought hull designs. All right, well, we get a lot of money. So either more money or boost technology. Frankly, I like the boost technology idea. So we get a lot of different guns. Reload time, gun aiming speed, gun base accuracy. Yeah, these are pretty big bonuses. I think we do the boost technology, see how that works. This is entirely battleship. Just old battleship versus dreadnoughts. I don't think that's going to go particularly well, but all right. So we have Battleship 2, Battleship 1. Well, I don't think I've seen this one before. I almost want to use this one because I've never seen it. This one I've seen. This is your kind of your more standard battleship. And you've got the old pre-dreadnought. I also have not seen this one. Although we may have faced against this one. But yeah, this is the first time I've seen this. It looks like it has a pretty sizable deck. I mean, all 3 of these look like they do. So main gun wise, we might be able to get away with quite a bit. I'm curious if it'll let me do 2 side-by-side turrets here. That's probably asking too much, but you have side guns. Like something like that. It's not going to mirror it, though. Yeah, it's not going to fit. Maybe a 9-inch gun would, but that's kind of a silly idea. I just wanted to play with it. We can go all the way up to 15-inch guns, but we don't get any technology advantage. What is the best technology we can have? Mark III? Okay, Mark III. So we can go all the way up to 14-inch guns with Mark III technology. Just seeing if it... oh, we don't want side guns. We want center line. That still hold true? Yeah, you need to... Did it say beat 10-inch armor? Actually, let's go back. Let's see what it says. Enemy will never retreat. Enemy has 10-inch max armor. Enemy has 21 knots of speed. But we don't know what technology they're going to have, so they may have pretty good armor technology, which is going to increase that quite a bit. Like, what is the best armor that they could have? Just as an example. They could have... Let's say they have Krupp level 4. I'm not saying they do. But that'd be the equivalent of 20 inches of armor, right? So if that's the case, we want something that would maybe beat 20 inches of armor. And if that's overkill, that's still good. So it looks like a 14-inch gun can do that at 2,500 meters. And closer. 13-inch gun can do that at really close range at 1,000 meters. Okay. Well, let's see if we can fit, like, what hulls could we fit a 14-inch gun on? Looks like that would fit on this hull. I could also, like, hit control and kind of, like, get off the snap points to, like, modify these a little bit more. All right. So this is probably going to be the smallest and cheapest hull. And really, main guns are going to be the only thing that matter outside of torpedoes. Whether or not we get a torpedo off, I don't know. But if there's only 2 of them, and if we can swarm them, maybe we could get torpedoes off. But can we fit 14-inch guns on this sucker? What about a two barrel? About a 1 barrel. Okay. What about if I hit control? Okay, so it's not going to let me do a 14-inch gun on this hull. This would probably be the cheapest hull. So we get 3,000 cost. What about the biggest hull? That's about 6,000. So it's double the cost. What about this middle one? Slight reduction. All right, what can this fit? How big of a gun can it fit? It can fit a 14-inch gun. So is that what we aim for? 14-inch guns? We get as big gun as we can, right? And then we try and just get as many of these as we can. Maybe we go torpedoes. All right, that's as far back as I can do it. Right there. I'm trying to get like the best arc as I can. We're overweight, but we could always increase tonnage. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, first off, we're going too fast. Secondly, at least do Krupp level 1. Might be a tall order to ask for this big of guns, but I think the big guns and the torpedoes are all we need. If our goal is to pierce their armor, that's as good as it gets, right? And they may not have Krupp level 4. I'm just using that as an absolute, like, what would be the worst case scenario. We could probably save a lot of tonnage by using some better technology here. Yeah. Now, 5 battleships. I'd say 4 would be our minimum. That'd be 2 per. That might be a hard call ask, though. At least induced. Might be going too big of guns to be able to pull this off. I mean, I still have 5% to work with, and it's 5% of a lot of money. So in theory, we might be able to pull this off. Let's take a look at funnels. What are we looking at now? Well, 0% engine efficiency because we have no funnels, but we're at 100% at that point. Okay. We still have a lot of room, I think. I think we can do this. I think we can get 4 battleships. We'll have to see once I start putting a lot of technology in this thing. Oh, not sure we have much technology. Torpedoes may not be in the cards for us. I'd like to do that if we can. I'm not going to like work too hard on the technology here. I mean, honestly, we don't have that much technology in there. But if I just have a little bit of room for it, maybe. I want these to fire as... okay, we can't do that. I'd like these to fire fairly frequently. But I think those systems may be a little too heavy. Okay. Maybe just do the rest armor. Or improve... Oh, we haven't done a charge here. Oh, we don't get a charge. We have to use black powder? Wow, alright. Heavy shells probably make sense. We want to do as much damage and penetration as we can. This is going to increase the shell penetration by 7.5%. What happened to one of my turrets? Did I accidentally delete it? I might have. Just now. I could also go with a dual 14-inch gun. I mean, that would really save us a lot of cost. Rather than a triple. Okay. What's the accuracy? Not the accuracy. Penetration. So it's recalculated. So we can hit 22.4 inches at 2,500 and almost 18 inches at 5,000. So if they don't really have a lot of advancements in armor technology, like, for example, we have Krupp level 1. What would Krupp level 1 do for us? That's plus 70%. So 10 inches would become 17 inches. So if that's the case, we could pierce their armor at 5,000 meters. So in theory, we could do this. Also, if it's really far range firing, it would be deck armor, which would be definitely less than 10 inches. I think what we do is we just increase our own armor. The question is it better to get the higher level Krupp armor? No, that's probably not a good call because it's such an increase in cost. Might just be better off just getting the armor itself. So 10.5. Another thing I could do, I could lower the speed. We don't really need to go that fast. If I'm not going to use torpedoes, frankly, we don't need to go that fast. They're not likely they're going to use torpedoes themselves. So we can increase our armor a little bit. My goal here, we have to remind ourselves that we're getting 70% increased strength here. So, you know, 10 inches becomes 17 inches. At least I'm assuming that's how that works. So if we fire at them from really long range, you can put torps on them. They'd be submerged ones like this. We could put 3 per side, which frankly is really good. It's just we don't have the tonnage or the cost, really, frankly. We're running out of tonnage. I could... Oh, I'm already max tonnage. So, yeah, we're not really going to be able to do much more from just from a tonnage standpoint. So in that case, it probably doesn't hurt to increase the armor quality. Yeah, as long as we have 4 battleships, I'm happy with that. So we now have 80% strength. So 10 inches becomes 18. So that's pretty good. So if my math is correct on that, I'm trying to think. So it'd be like 18.5 inches almost. I hope my math is, no, almost 19 inches of armor. All right, well, there's one way to find out if this is good or not. We put it in the match, and we see if just going straight up gun technology, they'll have more guns because it's a dreadnought. But I'll have more ships, and hopefully I have better guns. I mean, with the technology I have, I just don't understand why we're using black powder. I don't know why there's not an option for other things, but okay, whatever. Another strategy is if this doesn't work, we go with the cheapest battleship we can build, and we just flood them with that, and then we just try and get in close and hit them with torpedoes, because torpedoes cripple you. Even if they don't kill you, the flood damage you take, and oftentimes damage to your engines, is just impossible to overcome. So, all right, let's go ahead and launch and see what happens. We're well below our tonnage, but cost-wise, I mean, maybe we could eke out a little bit more armor. Okay, that's as much as we can do. I might as well go for it, right? All right, launch. Fingers crossed this works. 6 14-inch guns is nothing to laugh off. And the AI will more than likely waste tonnage on secondaries. So if this is an indication of what they have, it looks like they have 3 turrets of main guns and then a couple of secondary turrets. China versus France. France. Okay, let's start just turning off. We want to, what's the range? 10 kilometers? That's a little long, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a peek at them. That picture is accurate. Oh, no, it isn't. We've got side guns. I don't think that was in the picture. Hard to say what they've got. They're not firing at us yet, so they either don't detect us or they don't have the range for this. These are just ranging shots. It's going to take a long time for these big shells. We have a lot of time. The question is, do we have the ammunition? I don't know. Theory, we have 600 shells for our guns. We're changing our targets here. I'm all right with that. I mean, I'd prefer... no, I mean, you guys just wasted your ranging shot. So they're trying to come in on us. Probably because they can't, they're not in range of whatever their gun's range is. Maybe, maybe not. They're choosing not to fire. Those are some big shells, huh? Oh, we actually hit them. Didn't do anything, so that's somewhat disconcerting. Probably the angle he's coming in at us. Ideally, I don't think we shoot at him, because he's at an oblique angle. I think we attack this guy. This is the wrong choice, because he's at an odd angle for us. The shells are just going to bounce off, because he's coming right at us. This is the target we want to hit. Because he's got his side at us. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start turning away from them. If they can't fire their guns at me, that's kind of works in my favor. Just they're kind of turning towards me, so we're not going to have a good shot for long. What's our accuracy? 6.2? That's actually not that bad considering the range. You know what? I'm just going to start. The problem I feel like we're going to have here in this engagement is they're going to just go straight at me, and with their frontal guns, they'll have more guns to shoot at me, and they're at a good angle. Like, I won't be able to really damage them. You know? That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, they're starting to open up on us. I'm just a little worried because their frontal guns are going to be more powerful than our... and they'll be doing more damage if they actually land. So, I'm just a little worried. I still don't know what they have, like guns-wise. At this range, they might not be able to do a whole lot. We're at 8.6 kilometers. He is starting to turn away. What's our accuracy? We're at 8.5. Some of this might hit, or none of it. We still don't know what he has. I have no idea. I mean, those seem like big guns, but it's really hard to tell at this distance. He is starting to turn more side on, so these will be better shots in a second. I feel like I should have just stuck on this guy, because we would have been able to increase our accuracy over time. And we're slowly getting information. Whatever the deal is with his guns, they seemingly fire faster, so I'm going to guess they're a lower caliber, but I just don't know what they are. All right, here we go. All those shots coming in. None of them look on target. Every time he fires, I get nervous. And every time I fire, I lose all hope for humanity. Still don't have any information on him. Okay, here we go. We hit him. That's our first hit. First land is on our side. They haven't hit us yet. Although I don't know how long that's going to keep up. What's their max? We don't have any info on that. I was going to say, what's his max speed? We didn't do a lot of damage because his armor, it was only a partial pen. We're starting to get in that realm, though, of where our guns can do pretty good work. We can penetrate 16 inches at this range. So we'll find out how good his armor is here in a second if any of this lands. One bounced off, so that's not a good sign. Considering what our accuracy is and like the number of shells we're firing here, the fact that we're not hitting with anything is actually statistically not good. Because 12%, and we have what, 6 guns firing per, so that's 24 shots. I think more than just one should hit. Keeping an eye on my ship to see if any of this lands. Still haven't identified him. You can tell we're using black powder with all that smoke, and they're clearly not. Come on. There we go. There we go. That is better. Granted, it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but... as we close, the accuracy will go up. And if we're lucky, our guns are more accurate than his because I put the technology into that. So 15% in the front gun, our front ship, and then we're down to 11% in the back ship. Range is now at less than 7,000 kilometers. I'm going to start turning in slightly. That looks way off target. All right, we have the information now. He has 13-inch guns with 4.6% accuracy, so much less than us. His max speed is 21 knots. He's got 11-inch guns, probably the side guns, because those are the triple barrel ones. And then he's got 7-inch gun secondaries that aren't even firing. Okay, we got a fire there. Only a couple shells landed, though. We have yet to be hit. He's much less accuracy than we do. So in theory, statistics say we should win this fight. We have the better guns, the better damage, we have the better accuracy. Granted, his accuracy will improve as he closes, more so than ours, but he has to get way closer for his guns to, like, because mine have the better range accuracy. It kind of drops. Oh, we did get hit there. 13-inch hit, partial pen. So we haven't taken quite as much damage as he has. It's like the fire might have gone out. Oh, now we're on fire and we took another hit. Oh no. What caused the fire? It's in a completely different spot. We don't see what caused it. Maybe just unrelated? Ooh, that was a good hit. Got some flooding. Ooh, there we go. Now we're starting to light them up. The range has started to close where our penetration is really starting to get good. Because at this range, we can penetrate 17 inches almost. We're not quite at that, but... he's on fire. The flooding is what really matters. Because that's going to affect him. It's going to slow him down. It's not severe flooding, so... another 11-inch gun hit there. Only partial pen. Our armor may be better than his. Yeah, we're almost to that point. Now, we might have just got lucky with some hits there. Yeah, some of it's just bouncing. There's a good one. I think these are hitting deck. That's why it's messing him up. It's like right at the lob end of the shells where they can get in there and do some pretty good damage. Although the one that did the flooding, that would have been lower down, so I guess that would have been belt. They're really starting to open up with all their guns, though. Although the 7-inch guns I don't expect will be able to do a whole lot. Oh, they hit my main gun. He's starting to burn real good. I'm burning, but not too bad. He's starting to turn towards us. I'm not going to worry about it, because that just limits how many guns he can fire at me. It might make my shells less effective. We'll have to see. Yeah, none of those shells did anything. So what he's doing here might be the right thing, but it looks like he's going to turn over this way. And then we'll just light him up. So what we want is our guns to load just as he turns to his side, which it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Our guns might reload slightly faster than his too, because we did put some into reloading technology. Yeah, it looks like the timing is going to be perfect here. He's going to get side on with us just as we open up on him. This is now 3.7 kilometers, so this stuff should pierce. Oh, the damage. That wasn't so good. There we go. He's already in the world of hurt. Considering we only have 95% damage, that's not bad. Figure we keep on him until he's down, and then we switch targets. He's really hurt at this point, but I figured we don't take the foot off the gas until he's down. Especially as some of my back ships are going to have really good accuracy at this point, because we're at, what, 38% with our lead ship, and most of the ships have at least 20%. His accuracy is pretty bad, but that's because we've messed up his towers. That's... oh, okay. I'm not looking close at my ship. Some of these might be bouncing. Oh, this is going to be devastating. Ouchie. Boom! Dead. Okay. Let's start turning towards him, because he's kind of getting off to our one side. We might not be able to get all our guns in there, so... I was somewhat lucky, though, because I think it was an ammo explosion that did it, but... I mean, we were also hitting him with, like, a lot of damage, so... Big shells like this are more likely going to be able to get into a magazine like that and cause a devastating explosion. And at this point, I think we've got this thing won, because this guy is so outnumbered. Although we're doing ranging shots at the moment, but look at that accuracy, even after, like, our first ranging shot. It's pretty damn good. Whereas his accuracy is much less. Our back guy doesn't quite have that accuracy, but, you know, there's only so much you can do. What's the accuracy? What's the range at? 3.3 kilometers? Alright, come on. 14-inch guns. They're slow to load, but when they land... he's giving us the perfect presentation, too. His guns will fire first. Ours are close behind. Yeah, we were getting hit hard here, though. We're starting to get close enough where he can start doing some good... Okay, that's justice for the destroyer ammo explosions we were getting earlier. Well, he did a good job, though, right before he died, of messing up my lead battleship. Like, that actually was pretty devastating damage he just put on there. But we were starting to get at that butt clench range where both of our guns could just devastate each other. Ideally, what we should have done is just kept at range. Ideally, that's what we should have done, but... Man, that was okay, I like that. We might not have time for another one of these, but I figure at least to look at what the next one's going to be. Okay, battlecruiser versus Dreadnought. This is interesting. I like this idea. Battlecruisers are not supposed to directly confront battleships due to their much lighter armor scheme. However, in this mission, you will have to design a battlecruiser that is powerful enough to destroy a heavily armed Dreadnought. You have to balance firepower, armor, and speed in such a manner that your ship will be able to outmaneuver the battleship and keep inflicting hits, while evading shellfire that could cause critical damage. Be aware that by increasing the battlecruiser's firepower too much, might dangerously increase the chance of ammo detonation from a penetrating hit. Now, honestly, for me, I figure enhanced firepower here is probably what I would go with, and just try and have the bigger, badder guns. Because if the Dreadnought has really good armor, and I emphasize something else, let's say he has 13 or 14-inch guns. Even if I really up armor my battlecruiser, he'll probably kill me, because I won't do really any damage to him, and he will do really devastating damage to me. So that would be my initial thoughts. We could like see what that kind of build would look like, but let's see what else we got. We got survivability and maneuverability. So it looks like armor quality, armor forging, hull strengthening, engines, all that kind of stuff. And then mixed technologies is a little bit of both. So my initial gut reaction is go to enhanced firepower, but let's see, what would that look like? We're not going to actually do the run, but I just want to see what our choices are. So we only have one hull to choose from. It's a hull we have not used before. Looks like it has a lot of ability to stick a lot of guns on, which I do like. All right, well, let's lay out the hull and see what we can do. So one thing to keep in mind too is although the better towers do give you better abilities, they do take up different sizes. Like this hull, this one here might be smaller, so it might be easier for us to get more guns on. Which it does look like that's probably true. Let's see, what does the smallest one look like? Yeah. See, that in my opinion would be a lot easier to get guns on. So the question is, do you want the better aiming speed and base accuracy? It's a difference of 1.5 and pretty much for both things. Although long range accuracy goes up a lot, and frankly, that's what we really need. So my gut says go with this. Now, whether you put that far forward or far back, I don't know. We do also need a secondary tower. I guess we could just stick that right on. I'm not even sure why. All right, so we got our front and rear section. Funnels. Usually these stick in here. Which I like a lot of the later designs where you can stick the funnels like on the towers themselves. Although if you do that, you give up a turret, it looks like. Perhaps. Could you put main guns on? Not main guns, secondary guns on this? Let's say a 6-inch gun. Would a 6-inch gun fit on one of these? No, okay, so you can't put guns there. So you might as well just put funnels. Okay. No, I don't know if secondaries are any good here. They aren't. So yeah, so you could fit this size. Yeah. How much funnelage is that? And maybe this enhanced one, or you do 2 of these ones. There you go. That looks nice and pretty. And engine efficiency is really bad, but our speed's way cranked up. That's way too fast. Let's say 27 knots for now. That needs to go down. That needs to go up. All right, engine efficiency is still 66.3%. I know you guys can't see that because I'm here in your way, but just take my word for it. It's 66.3%. Now, obviously, you just get better engines to do that. The boiler, in particular, used. That raised it up to 100%, so we're fine now. Taking the best technology we more or less can. All right, main guns. Now, this is the thing that I'm more curious about, our loadout. So we do have barbettes. So we should be able to fit a decent number of guns. It looks like dual guns is the only thing we're going to probably be able to fit. Now, the technology is going to be really, in my opinion, the determiner here. So Mark III is as good as we can get. We don't know, does it say how much armor he gets? It says nothing. Okay. I am going to have to redesign some of that, but mostly we're just trying to see like what all we could fit on this. So I'm not going to really worry about the engines and stuff, although I still need to know like what the how much tonnage we have to work with. So yeah, I guess I will mess with that. So put that down to 27 again. Okay. So we went with engines. So funnels, we went with the large funnel, and we did 3 of those. So, all right. So main guns. So I say 13-inch guns on this one. Probably the dual barrel. And I'm going to go as far forward as it will let me. Within reason. Let's say we put it right here. And then I think it'd let me do a barbette right behind it. Right there. And then we do another 13-inch gun. Right there. Our weight is really bad, but I can always increase that. Yeah, okay. And some things that would improve as well is, again, like the Krupp armor is going to really lower our weight. As a matter of fact, let's go back down to, what was it, 20 tons? 20,000? Yeah. Let's go back to that for a second. Okay. Yeah, we had a previous one where it was Dreadnoughts against 4 older battleships, and it worked out okay. Okay, so then the back. I think we just do a similar loadout, maybe? Not a single barrel. Do, again, about as far back as it will let me. But we probably don't need to go that far back. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think I want this slightly more farther up. Probably there. Okay, that looks okay. And then we do another 13-inch gun. Hey, 4 double 13-inch guns, that's not bad. And it looks like that's perfectly within weight, and then we have a lot of room to modify. Now, our armor is really poo, but we go for... our range finding is really bad. What are we looking at for penetration? So we can beat 18 inches at 5,000 meters, 16.6 to 7,500. I mean, that might be enough. I don't really know, but we're looking at 8 13-inch guns. I don't really think we can do much better than that, because it looks like double barrels as much as it's allowing me to do. And I wouldn't want to go with the tech on the 14-inch guns, because I think you lose too much in accuracy and just effectiveness. You lose some in damage by going with this as well, but... And then we would go like with, I don't know, maybe even super heavy shells. Although that reduces the reload time. I'm not sure I'm a fan of. Yeah, probably that. Torps. I doubt we get in close enough to use torps, and we'd only be able to stick one on. That probably wouldn't do enough. I think this is probably not bad. I don't really know what else to do other than just up the armor and other stuff. Yeah, so obviously we don't want ammo explosions, so we'll turn that down. Torpedoes are not really a danger, so I'm not going to do anything with that. We don't want to be on fire. We don't want to flood. I'm overweight, but we can always adjust. Oh, we have plenty of money, so I don't know why I don't up this. Yeah, we have to go all the way up to 22,000 tons. I'm not sure if there's really anything I can stick within here that makes sense. I mean, maybe I can move this. I can't move it any further back. They say I'm facing a Dreadnought. I highly doubt it's going to let me put another 13-inch gun in here. Yeah, even if I rotate it. Oh, it was going to allow it. I mean, it was terrible firing arc, though. Yeah, that's a terrible firing arc. I don't know why I can't fire behind it. I guess it wouldn't allow it to traverse back the other way. I guess we could do, rather than center line, we could do side guns. Not sure it would let me do it. Wait, hold on. Not sure it would let me do it. You have to hit control, so it lets me place it wherever. Not sure it's going to let me mirror it. There it goes. We'd never be able to fit it from a weight standpoint, but we could do that in theory. It's not going to work, though. All right. Citadel, we already did. Black powder. I see no reason why not to go full-on TNT here, because we have lots of money, and we're not really spending it. We already have heavy shells. We could go super heavy, but I don't like the reload thing. Probably go with the traverse. And I want... Can we get auto reloading? No, it's too heavy. Enhanced. Enhanced if we lower the speed maybe a little bit. Or, honestly, we might not need that. Can we do semi-auto? Frankly, getting the reload speed down on these guns probably would make a big difference. All right. Advanced hydraulic. And then probably just up the armor. I mean, this was just kind of poking around with the design. But I honestly think this might work. We still have a decent amount of money. So we're at what? What level of Krupp are we? Krupp 1? Go to Krupp 2. That did give us weight back. Semi-auto? Ah! Semi-auto. And get a little bit of belt armor. Okay, that's too much. Alright, that'll do. You know what? F it. We're just going to do this one, see what happens. This is definitely going to be the last thing we do. So, 4 13-inch guns. Kind of don't like the way this looks. Doesn't let me move this. Alright, fine. What about this one? Hey, no. Slightly forward. It just didn't look right to me. There we go. That looks better. And it looks funky up here too. I think it's because when I elongated it, it kind of shifted a little bit. So you go up to there. All right. Yeah. Okay, so my idea here is we go relatively fast and then maybe stay at range if we have the better gun. I don't know how good these guns are going to be on a Dreadnought. This might be a terrible design. We'll find out. I'm trying the strategy of go with the most and biggest guns we can fit on this thing. Oh, we actually may have quite a bit of an advantage here with the firepower, because looking at him, he only has 3 main gun turrets, and they don't seem like they're that big of guns. I could be mistaken. That could be relative. What's our range? 10 kilometers. All right, our turrets are turning. Go ahead and take a peek at him. Oh, boy. That is a lot of turrets. I have no idea what size guns those are. Maybe 12-inch guns? Maybe 11s? It's really hard to say. All I know is they don't... He hit me with ranging fire. That is a lot of shit coming in. That is a lot of shit he's firing at me right now. The fact that he hit me already with his initial barrage is bullshit. Our accuracy's starting to go up, but Jesus Christ, he's firing a lot of shit at me. Alright, well, we're never gonna know. Well, you can see from here. Alright, one thing bounced off. Oh, I just now noticed you have an indicator here of what everything is done. So we had one ricochet. His armor might be too good at this range. Even though we have 13-inch guns. What would a 13-inch gun at... Well, how far away are we? Less than 10,000 meters? 16.2 inches, which is in the realm of his possibility for that guy. He could have that much armor. I mean, it only takes 10 inches of decent quality armor to have that much armor. And this is where I worry with this. If he's got that kind of armor, we'd have to get in closer, and getting in closer... Oh, we hit him. Got a partial pen. All right, let's speed this sucker up. I'm going to try and stay at range against this guy. And see if we can outrange him, because I think... Holy shit. We just ammo detonated him. I don't know what he has. But that had to have crippled him. That was extremely lucky. Oh, we got another good hit. All right, it's apparently we're beating him at range very nicely here. Hey, Iggy. His fire got put out. That's unfortunate. I'm curious how many of his turrets are still online. Just double-click on that. Probably all of them. Yeah, all of his turrets are still firing. Okay, go back over to my battlecruiser. Alright, let's go normal speed here. What do you think, guys? Keep at range because we've already done really good damage against him, or close in and try and finish him? I mean, I think his fire rate and the amount of weapons that he has... he'll devastate me if I get in close, because my armor is not very good. Whereas I'm still hitting him. He's only got, what, one hit, and it was kind of lucky. It did do good damage, though, so if he hits me, it hurts. Oh, he's got 11-inch guns. At least he has some 11-inch guns. I figured they were smaller caliber than mine, because they look like smaller shells. Yeah, see, when he hits me, it hurts. But with 11-inch guns, his accuracy should be much worse at range. I mean, 12% is all we've got, but his should be much less than that. We're hitting him again. I'm just disappointed that we didn't knock out any of his turrets with that big ammo explosion. You'd think that would have taken one turret with it. Ow. Oh, he knocked out my engine. God damn it. We gotta slow way down. Ram him. Hard to say if these shells... I'm trying to follow them in. They all bounced off. He's starting to light me up here. And the reduction in speed is not going to help. So we got a really lucky hit early on, but now I'm a little worried. No. I mean, I can look at his ammo supply. He still has 522 shells with one group of 11-inch guns and 361. I don't even know what ammunition I hit. I would assume it was an 11-inch shell, but... the fact that I didn't knock out... I mean, it was the front of his ship, so the fact that, you know, I didn't knock out a turret kind of somewhat pisses me off, but it could have been one of his 8-inch guns I knocked out, because I think I see a... yeah, he's still hitting me. Let me jump back over to him, because I think I may have knocked out one of his 8-inch guns with that. Let me see. Like one of these casement guns might be out. Because I see something red here. All my shells are bouncing now. Are we getting too close? Just so you know, Leo, in this game, zigzagging doesn't do anything. All it does is make your shots harder. They have, right now, the way that this works, at least this is how it was explained to me by somebody else that played this game, is the shots are pre-calculated. If you see them coming, you can't dodge them. You can't, like, turn course and dodge them. They are, once they're in flight, it's already to decide on whether they're going to hit you or not. Although, I guess it would reduce their accuracy for shots that haven't happened. But once they're in flight, you can't dodge them. I think that's how it was explained to me. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know. But see how I've changed course a couple times? It's dropped my accuracy from 16 to 15%. Whether it dropped his accuracy, I have no idea. His accuracy is much worse than mine. So in theory, we should be landing more shots than him. A lot of ours are bouncing, though, so it's hard to say. I think the flooding is under control. I mean, it's just stuck in this one compartment. He's got a lot more guns, so that probably evens out the accuracy difference. Well, I'm also missing a lot. I don't think closing is a good idea, but I mean, we'll do it for the sake of argument. Because we were devastating him at range, but obviously we're just not hitting now. I mean, a lot of it's down to luck. But yeah, sure, we'll close it a little bit. I wish I was faster, but unfortunately my engine is half dead, so... Come on, hit. Hey, we got a good hit. It is his casement. All right. Whether or not that knocked out a gun, I don't know. But our speed is severely reduced from that engine hit. So it's going to be rough. We're just going to go ahead and speed up here. We're going to slowly come closer. That doesn't mean he'll be able to fire more stuff at me, though. And we just lost our optics, so our accuracy is going to drop. Damn, I don't think we're going to win this. Despite that ammo explosion, which was very lucky, I think he's got my number now. Frankly, he has the exact guns he needs to have to wreck my day. Lower caliber guns that have a much higher fire rate are exactly the kind of guns he needs to mess with me. Yeah, I think we've taken too many hits that are critical to us to really win this fight now. This hurts a lot. The range finding hit, that hurts a lot, to the point it's kind of overcome a lot of the how I build my ship. Hey, we're still hitting him. I mean, he is... I don't know. We shouldn't give up too soon, because we are hurting him now. We must have closed distance enough that we're piercing his armor more consistently. Alright, let's times 3 it. I just wish we had the range finding to actually make that count. Ow. All that missed. I mean, we're at 20% accuracy. Everything missing is actually kind of bullcrap statistically, but... What's his accuracy at? 11? Oh, those all look good. Hit him. Only one hit out of all that. Damn, man. We got him down to 35%. We keep hitting him in the front of the ship. We need to hit him in the rear of the ship. I mean, he's not hitting me either, so it is what it is. All right, speed back up. Ow. Again, we missed with everything. So we missed with everything twice in a row. That's lovely. I'm gonna have to drop my speed more. I'm telling you. Yeah, we're getting murdered now. Every time we fire, we miss. Even though the accuracy keeps going up. Like, starting to get kind of ridiculous. He's starting to catch up with us on damage. Okay, we're starting to do more damage than now. Now we've really got reduced accuracy because all of our towers are knocked out. Come on, you can do it. Get him! There you go. I mean, we only lowered his structure by 1% with all those hits. Yay! Yay! I didn't think we were gonna do it, man. Maybe that's why we did so much damage early on, because the trajectory was what we needed. That was looking, you know, I was starting to go really downhill, but hey, we got it. Oh. All right, well, that's going to be it for today, looking at this game. I mean, I really love playing this game. It's very challenging, though. And that's why I call this, I think I said in the title, I call these Naval Academy challenges, because I do find them above and beyond probably what you would be expected of in the campaign. But that's what, you know, this is what we've got at the moment. And, you know, once I get through all these, we'll be done. Granted, another version comes out. Eventually, they'll add on more things, because from what I understand, they have. Like, one of the ones they added on recently, I think, is this Numbers Don't Matter. This one says WIP, work in progress. So maybe we skip over this one for now if they're still working it out. Looks like you have one battleship. Well, let's read what it says. Build a Dreadnought and destroy a small fleet. The Dreadnought is a big ship that has plenty of large guns. Finally, we have things on the other side of here. Now we get the good technology and the good hull design. This would be our first introduction of designing a Dreadnought, so that's nice. So I may not skip over it, but if gun caliber is uniform and top speed is high, we have the definition of a perfect Dreadnought. You have to build one and destroy a fleet comprised by older ships and a semi-Dreadnought. A fast capital ship equipped with more big guns than the usual pre-Dreadnought. So you have two, they're calling them BBs, but I'm probably guessing the second one is just a B, normal pre-Dreadnought battleship. Then you have 2 armored cruisers and 2 light cruisers. Okay. You get 90 minutes and you have to sink all the enemies. They will not retreat. So I think, yeah, I think I would do this one because it sounds fun. But we'll see. I have a feeling that the challenge after this one's going to be pretty damn hard. To torpedo the Dreadnought. Try to destroy a powerful Dreadnought with a destroyer flotilla. You can build either mini torpedo boats or less but more advanced destroyers. I'd probably flood it with torpedo boats, but I don't think you can underestimate what a Dreadnought can do to a torpedo boat. Just light it up. But yeah, this one might be fun. The fact he doesn't have a screen makes this more doable. But still very difficult. I mean, this is not a whole lot different than this one, right? Just you have better technology. Yeah. Well, and that one-hit KO is more likely because a Dreadnought has much better layout, so he's going to have more guns firing at me. He's probably going to have a lot of secondaries, and it's going to be having to move your way through a storm of fire. Oh, actually, this is the right picture. Granted, he's sinking. So maybe there's hope yet. Yeah. So with the BB thing, a Dreadnought is just a large battleship. So is that what the double B means, is a large battleship? Because I've always been confused by that. Because the way I always understood it, and I could be totally wrong, is that a B is also a battleship, a singular B. Is it just a tonnage thing? It could be just a tonnage thing. Maybe that's what it is. Like just a single B is a battleship between this tonnage range, and a double B is a large battleship within this range. Is that how that works? Because that actually would be enlightening to me, because I wasn't sure if it was also a designation of whether or not it was a pre-Dreadnought. Because I see a lot of pre-Dreadnoughts just marked with a B, so I was kind of just made that assumption that they were all pre-Dreadnoughts, but it could be a tonnage thing. I don't know. Still relatively new to learning a lot of these ship things, naval things. In particular, those kind of things, like the letter designations. Like, I know CA stands for Armored Cruiser, which is the same thing they use for a heavy cruiser. And then CL is a light cruiser. Like, that kind of stuff I know, but... And DD is destroyer, and so on. All right, so as I said, we're going to wrap up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed.